back to Abiyogu TV. Um, my name is Emmanuel from Abiyogu TV. I've always been your host, and today I'm going to show you how to differentiate between male and female ugu plants, and how to make mother garden for ugu young plants in order to grow the pot. So our topic is going to be so our ultimate goal for today is to produce ugu mother garden. When I say ugu mother garden, it means the ugu plants that can produce pods that will be relatively used for the next production of our ugu plants. But for us to produce this mother garden, we need to be able to differentiate between the male and the female young plants so that we move the ones that can produce ugu pods to the mother garden. Because not all ugu plants produce pods. It's only the female ugu plants that produce pods. The male plants don't produce pods. You have to understand that. That is why we need to be able to differentiate at the very young age of these plants. Which one is the male, which one is the female. So that whenever we are able to do that, then we move the ones that can produce pods to a certain ridge or ridges, depending on the quantity we want. So those ones will be there to produce pods. And the ones that cannot produce pods, we use those ones for commercial purpose. So let me give you an example of how to differentiate between the two plants first. Then from there we move to the other end. Let us assume this is a ridge, or let's say a bed, or whatever you want to call it. Assuming we have a plant here, another one here, growing, very young ugu plants. Assuming these are ugu plants that are just growing out of the bed. What you will observe in those plants is that in some of these plants, young plants that are growing, you will observe that at the very young age of their growth, some of them tend to grow out certain structures that allows them to twine around any object just for climbing. You will see it coming out at a very young age. This structure is called tendril. It is called tendril. They use this tendril to attach to any neighboring object so that we use that to climb up or further. So at a very young age, whenever you observe that tendril coming out quickly, then that tells you that plant is a male plant. It's only the male plants that produce, the male plants, they produce tendrils at a very early stage. At a very early stage of their growth, they produce what is called tendrils for climbing. But the ones that bring out their, although all of them produce tendrils, but the one that comes out first is the male ones. But the female ones, their tendrils come out at a later stage. They don't come out quickly. They tend to come out late. So when you observe that tendrils are coming out from the young plant, that shows you that plant is a male plant. And don't forget, male ugu plants don't produce pods. They will never produce pods. They are only used for commercial purpose. So the other ones that do not produce their own pod at the early stage, although the pods, there are other ones that do not produce tendrils, at the early stage, are the female ones. Although the tendrils will still come out later, but it will be later, not very early. So you will not find any tendril on them, except for the male ones that will grow out tendrils. So these ones that have no tendril at the early stage are the female ones. This one is a female, this is a female, and this is a male. This is a female, this is a male. This is a male, this is a male. So the male ones will not produce pods. It's only the female ones that will produce pods. So how do you now produce a mother garden? A mother garden, just like the name says, mother garden. This is the garden that you prepare for the female plants who can produce pods, so that on that garden you will only have the pod producing plants, just the female ones. You put them on the same garden, depending on the number of ridges you want to prepare your mother garden. It could be one garden, it could be one ridge, it could be two, it could be three, depending on the quantity you want. So let us assume this is a mother garden that has been prepared. So all you need to do is just transplant all the female ugu plants, transfer them to the mother garden. Because now that you can identify the female ones, you transfer all the female plants to the mother garden. That way, you are sure that all the ugu plants on the mother garden are female, and they will all produce pods. So once you are able to identify your female plants, then transfer them to the mother garden. So that way, whatever grows out of the mother garden will be able to produce you pods for the next plant. So don't forget, if you are on this channel for the first time, This is an agricultural channel where we produce farm products and stuff like that. If your interest is in farming, do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel, Abbeywood TV, and we are right now on Abbeywood Farm. This is our office where we, bring you all our teachings, and we welcome you to this channel once again. And don't forget to, give us a thumbs up if you like our video, and at the same time, don't forget again, thumbs up for us if you like our video, and subscribe. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just push that subscribe button so that you'll be a member of our family. So that whenever we, put on new videos, you will get those videos and you won't be able to miss them. So thank you once again for subscribing if you have, and for those ones that are still contemplating, I thank you in advance. So subscribe again. So thank you very much. Let's go to the farm right now so that I can be able to show you the practical aspect of it. Bye.
So if you look at the growth of this ugu plant, you will see that most of them are growing tendrils. This is a tendril. This is another one. If you look at this, this is a tendril. This is another tendril. That shows you those ones are male plants. They are male plants. They will never grow pods. Male plants don't grow pods, except for female plants. So these are all male plants. If you look at this also, this is another male plant. Look at that. At a very young age, they are growing tendrils, showing that they are male plants. But if you look at this one, if you take a critical look at this, you will see there are no tendrils on it growing. That shows this is a female plant. If we move to the next one, you see tendrils all over. This is a male plant. Let's look at the next one as well. There are no tendrils on this one as well. This is a female plant. So that means the female plants are only able to make pods, but the male plants will never make pods. So that is how to identify male and female ugu plants at the early stage.